Although not Force users, the Emperor's guards were connected to their ruler, allowing them to draw on the dark side for strength. They were not easily defeated, but in the end, the four pushed through to the Emperor's throne room, with T3 sealing the door, locking them in with their target and a handful of guards. While Surik and Scourge handled them, Revan engaged the Emperor. Sensing a familiar attack, the one used on him and Malak, an attempt to dominate his mind, Revan knew he couldn't reach the Emperor in time. Instead, he allowed both sides of the Force, light and dark, to flow through him, unleashing the Force in its purest form. Likely for the first time in 1,000 years, the Emperor was brought to one knee. He let out a primal hiss of hate, sending shivers down Revan's spine and preparing for another attack. Sensing a build-up of energy around the Emperor, Revan prepared to block it, but as the air between them crackled, he would quickly learn that he didn't stand a chance against it. He attempted to absorb the energy, as he had Nyrus's lightning, but it was too much to take, and his body was engulfed in agony as electricity coursed through him. His skin began to boil and blister, the flesh of his face melting and beginning to stick to the superheated metal of his mask, as the Emperor poured more power into him. Through this haze of agony, from the corner of his eye, Revan could see T3M4 rushing to his aid, letting loose his built-in flamethrower, bathing the Emperor in flames. Revan collapsed to the ground, burned but still alive, the hilt of his extinguished blade lying on the floor. Barely able to raise his head, Revan looked at the Emperor, only to see him turn on the brave astromech. A tremor rippled through the air as the Emperor unleashed the full power of the Force. Revan screamed as circuits and parts of his companion scattered into tiny fragments. The Emperor once more regained his composure and took calm, purposeful steps towards his victim. He bent down, picking up the Jedi's fallen weapon, and ignited the blade. Revan attempted to heal his wounds through the Force, but the process was slow. He was powerless. As his own blade descended, another materialized in front of it, blocking the attack and knocking the blade out of its grasp. The Emperor was taken aback for a moment, surprised to see Surik charge at him, her blade returning to her. Scourge rushed after her, and he knew she made a critical mistake. The Emperor's attention was focused entirely on Revan. Had she directed her blade at his body, she could have killed him. Instead, her instinct to protect her friend overrode the desire to kill their enemy. A mistake that weighed a galaxy. As Scourge reached them, Surik stood between the Emperor and Revan, who now managed to stand up again. The Emperor shared his disappointment in Scourge. He had expected better from him. Revan declared that Scourge saw the truth, and the Emperor had no chance against all three. United, they are stronger than even him. Time stops. Scourge observes the universe, frozen in place. Fate and destiny will forever be altered in the seconds ahead. Within this moment, the Force grants Scourge an insight into the future. Several futures. In some, the Emperor is no more. In others, the entire galaxy has become a wasteland. He observes Revan's triumph and defeat in the throne room, and variations of his own life and death played over and over in every shape and form in a split second. But there's no way to know which one was most likely to come true. What choice can he make to alter the outcome? Revan said visions could guide him, but to Scourge, this moment only brought more confusion. The moment passes. Time continues moving forward, not yet returned to its natural state. Revan and Surik slowly step forward, ready to initiate the final confrontation. There, in a sudden moment of clarity, Scourge sees victory. He sees the Emperor's death at the hands of a powerful Jedi Knight. But this Jedi is neither Surik nor Revan. He knows what he has to do. He would not make the same mistake Surik made. A flicker in the consciousness of the Force as the universe returns to full speed. Scourge's blade ignites between Surik's shoulder blades, killing her before her body even hits the floor. Revan's head snaps to the side, shock and horror emanating even through his mask. This distraction gave the Emperor the opportunity he needed. He unleashes a blast of lightning into Revan's chest, knocking him unconscious to the ground. "Explain yourself," the Emperor ordered. Scourge quickly explains that the two Jedi had been working with Nyrus. He pretended to be their ally to bring them before the Emperor, for he alone had the power to destroy them. The Emperor observed Scourge, his cold expression hiding whatever thoughts roamed through his mind. "Scourge must finish what he started," the Emperor said. Without hesitation, Scourge walks over to Revan and rips off his mask to reveal his face. Still unconscious, Revan's body was in shock from the Emperor's attack. The mask had burned deep into his cheeks and forehead. Without medical attention, he would die soon anyway. The Sith Lord raised his lightsaber, intent on delivering the killing blow, but his blade suddenly stopped midair, as if an invisible grip had seized his wrist. Scourge passed the test, and the Emperor commanded him to put away his blade. "Revan can still be of use to him," he added. Scourge knew better than to ask how, for any indication of worry for the Jedi may send the wrong message. To sell his lie, he had to make it appear that this was all the result of selfish ambition. He boldly told the Emperor to remember this when he selects the members for his new Dark Council. The Emperor smiled into an eerie grin, adding that he shall receive his just reward.